So the bicentennial year is finally here, so let's talk about one of my favorite Best Picture winners, and this one is definitely a big one. This one is Rocky. So Rocky is a sports movie that stars Sylvester Stallone, Carl Weathers, and a bunch of others, even Talia Shire, can't forget her name. And it's basically Rocky Balboa is a fighter who is a complete underdog. No one expects any great things from him, and he also works for a loan shark, in which he beats people up for money and all such. So he doesn't get a lot of respect in his place, especially in Philadelphia. However, as Carl Weathers, otherwise known as Apollo Creed, is suiting up for his fight. He's basically all American, always speaking American, all that such. It's always fun to listen to this guy talk. It is great, but apparently the fighter that he was supposed to be up against got an injury, so he had to cancel out. So Apollo Creed gets an idea that he's going to bring an underdog fighter into fight him in the country's biggest birthday and all that such, because America is the land of opportunity, so he's going to give an underdog an opportunity and all such. And he picks Rocky because he liked the name, the Italian Stallion. And that's really how Rocky gets his whole big shot and all such. Because when Rocky goes into the place where they tell him that he's going to be fighting Apollo Creed, they're saying, Apollo's seen you fight. He likes you. He wants to fight you. But we know personally that he's never seen him fight. They never even heard of him. He just liked the name, and they think it's just going to be a fun, easy fight, and no one's going to be remembering anything from it. But Rocky finds out this is his opportunity to show that he is not absolutely nothing. And a lot of people are showing him a lot more respect. Even his fighting teacher, Mick, is showing him more respect. And the dynamic between Mick and Rocky is really a father-son bond that I really did like. At first, they really do not get along at all. They're insulting each other. You could tell that they really don't like each other in the beginning. But since Rocky's a nice guy, he brings Mick as his manager, and here we go. We got our sports movie. And it's really not about the sport at all, because Rocky's best friend Paulie has a sister that is insanely shy, played by Talia Shire, and she has a big crush on Rocky, but she doesn't know how to go forward and well, be herself and all such. So Rocky basically has to do that for her and all such. And their very first date is so realistic that I absolutely enjoyed it. It's just basically just her skating on ice and him walking and talking, and all of it was absolutely believable. I am really liking their chemistry and all such, and I'm just really connecting to the story. And it's about an hour or so goes by in this movie, and I'm thinking to myself, nothing's happening, and yet I am totally fixed on this movie. I really like this movie. And I'm pretty sure you all know the ending of this movie. Then again, Rocky became a very big series, so everybody knows the ending of this movie. But I'm not going to give away any spoilers because this is not a spoiler talk and all such. And I just got to talk about what I really liked about this film, and I really, really enjoyed this movie so much. I really like the character of Rocky. I like the character of Paulie, sorta, until he's beating up on Adrian, which is his sister. I really did like Adrian. I liked Mick. I also liked Apollo Creed as well. The one thing that was really interesting about this film is that Apollo Creed is not a bad guy and all such. He's fighting against Rocky in the end of the movie, but he's not a bad guy. He never was one. Sure, a lot of people can argue about the second movie, but when you really look at it, no, he's still not a bad guy in that one. So that was really cool. I really like those type of movies where they show the other side. They're not bad people. They're just in competition with you and all such. And the biggest thing about this movie is that it's not about winning the fight. It's about earning your respect, earning your place, showing that you can stand up to the best and you can face the best. as I learned really hard about the Rocky movies, is that it's kind of like the fight with life and all such. Life is like going several rounds and all such with yourself, where you're trying to go through life, you're trying to make your place in there, and then life comes in and it just hits you down. It just wants to bring you down and all such. Do you either lie on the ground and admit defeat, or do you stand back up and you say, all right, bring it on. I am going to go to the distance with you. And it's not going to go easy on you. It's just going to get worse. You're just going to be a mess by the end. It's going to drive you nuts. But the thing is, you keep standing up because you want to prove that you can go the distance. And that was one of the greatest things that I've got from this movie as well. And a little bit of history that I gotta explain as well with this movie is that this is the first time anyone's ever heard of Sylvester Stallone, and now he is an iconic name, and it was because of this movie. And the great thing about what I thought about not only his performance but his writing style as well. He wrote this movie. He created this movie. And also he was nominated twice for Best Actor for this performance in another movie called Creed. Who would have thought that he still has it after all these years? It really disappoints me that he did not win Best Actor for this movie, but in reality, it won Best Picture. It won the hearts of millions. It was believed to be not a very successful movie. A lot of studios turned it down, and the one studio that actually gave it a shot said, all right, here's $1 million. Let's just hope we'll see a penny of that back. And also, so this movie was not on a very high budget, yet somehow this movie grossed over $200 million and became very popular, like insanely popular. It is now considered today to be one of the best sports movies of all time, and I definitely can see that, because a lot of sports movies nowadays try to follow the same formula, where they're trying to see what these characters are going through and why they want to do this, and they take this opportunity as their one big shot and all such. I think what Rocky did it a whole lot better is that the fight was never really his biggest shot. The only thing that really mattered to him was basically the love of his life, Adrian. And that was actually pretty cool because, well, Adrian is not exactly, shall we say, a very beautiful woman, but she's kind, she is friendly, and all such. There's a lot of traits that he really likes about her, and he sees her as, well, someone that really connects him, someone that brings him together. It has nothing to do with what he does, who he's fighting against and everything. The only thing that matters is that he's already succeeded what he always really wanted, and that was the love of his life, or something like that. I'm gonna speculate that might be a thing, but also he got his respect. He got basically more respect from the city. Everyone knows him now. He is now a household name, not just in the movie, but also in the real world. It also won Best Picture. Rocky also is legendary. So guys, Rocky, have you seen it, and what did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.